let's go.
What is up, guys? You are now tuned in to the Monday Night Raw post show community discussion live here on the Casual Wrestling YouTube channel. I am your host for the night, the notorious Nerdy D, joined by my beautiful and talented wife, Level Up Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
If you are new to this channel, this is a participation show. We want you guys to drop your opinions and questions in the chat. The YouTube membership is now up for review. It's been submitted. I didn't realize there was like another step I had to take.
Oh.
It's now under review. They'll review it, make sure everything's A-okay. Then they let me hit go live. So it'll probably be up by like Wednesday. Wednesday, that will be official. So this week we'll do Nerdy D show just out in the open for everybody once again. Housekeeping this week, the Casual Wrestling Fantasy League draft will be this Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. And that is taking into consideration, we had a request from our Australian buddy, Snuggles, said, hey, we gotta be fair here. He's defending champion.
True.
So the draft has to, so I think, I did some calculations, that puts the draft at about noon for him.
Okay.
So he's good. So we should be good. Thursday, we're drafting. It'll be during Thursday Night Football. It's only 2 picks. It'll fly by. So it's not like it's going to interrupt anything big. There's no show on Thursday. It's just the draft and Thursday Night Football. So that's what we'll be doing Thursday. Other housekeeping, don't forget, if you haven't already, if you're in the TikTok, make sure to jump over to the YouTube. We're voting Baddie of the Night tonight. Four options here. We got Jade Cargill, we got Maxine, we got Bianca Belair, and we've got Zelina Vega. Those are your 4 options for tonight. Wavy D was not available, so I had to step in and
you improvised.
I had to pull. Looks like, I'm seeing a trend. When I choose, I'm seeing 4 of the same names. I think when Wavy D chooses, it's very similar, but there's 1 or 2 names that get switched out. Mm-hmm. So we definitely have our bias. Yeah, see, Dead Chef's pissed that Rhea Ripley's not on the list. See, I'm sorry. There's personal bias involved in this. I don't know that Rhea Ripley ever makes a list that I'm choosing. Maybe Lauren, you should come up with the 4.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I know you can't always watch, but maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll figure a way out for because it is very biased. I'm probably never going to put.
Well, how about before you start it, then you let them decide if they can.
But then we're gonna kind of know who it is. I think it's. Right. I like the idea that I give them suggestions and then they get the ultimate decision. Bobby Sherwood says, "No Rhea Ripley, no Liv Morgan." Shaking my head. Y'all can see my taste. in
yes, definitely.
in those 4. Let's see. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into what happened tonight.
All right.
Congratulations to Jey Uso. You just won a first-class ticket to an ass whooping from Braun Breaker. That's all that happened tonight, guys. That's what it was. I don't know. I thought tonight was a decent Monday Night Raw. If I'm giving it a score, it's a 6 out of 10. It was a lot of fluff, a lot of like just kind of keeping the train moving forward. But the main event was good. The opening match was better than I thought it was going to be, and the Drew McIntyre stuff was once again phenomenal. But Jey Uso winning that last match once again makes absolutely no sense to me. Here we go again, right? Jey Uso being set up for the ultimate failure, because we've got to believe at this point, there's no way in hell that Jey Uso's going to beat Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Like that's not happening right now. That we're too short into this very good Braun Breaker run for it to be interrupted by Jey Uso. Now, with the sporadic way Triple H has been booking these last couple of weeks, anything can happen. Ultimately, anything can happen. But I don't like the idea of cutting Braun Breaker short. So ultimately, what that means is whoever won tonight was being set up to get their ass whipped. And I don't know. I was trying to figure out, did they announce that Intercontinental Championship match is happening at Bad Blood, or is this happening somewhere else? I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch that because I was trying to piece together the card for Bad Blood, and it was kind of coming together, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure where that match fit in. Now, I will say one thing. Let's talk about one thing about Monday Night Raw that happened. I don't like this little trick that USA Network does, where they go, we're going to give you the first hour commercial free. Okay, Lauren? First hour tonight, commercial free. We got to see the Wyatts in a street fight, commercial free. But you know what they do?
What?
They just backload the last hour with all the commercials. 65% of that main event match, I had to watch in picture and watch at least 15 Dawn soap commercials, at least 6 Pizza Hut commercials, and 4 ads for a show called The Anonymous that comes on after Monday Night Raw that we're obviously not watching.
True.
Like, can we figure out how not to do commercials I'm okay. USA, give me the fucking commercials at the beginning of the show. Stop doing me a favor. I don't need an hour at the beginning of commercial free if we're backloading this thing. Just give them to me throughout the night so I can pace myself. Because that main event, 65% of that was commercial. It was hard to watch. It was hard to follow because, there wasn't much on TV. But Jey Uso, congratulations. Congratulations, Jey Uso. You get to get your ass whipped by Braun Breaker. That's what you won tonight. But let's talk about the rest of the night, Lauren.
All right.
Let's talk about the Wyatt Six. I've been extremely critical of the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
Okay? I've said they're stale. I said they've been booked incorrectly. What happened tonight? Now, I know you didn't get to watch this, so I will
watched like pieces.
Okay. So what happened with the Wyatt Six tonight is the way they should have been booked the day they came out of the massacre they did in the backstage area. This is what I've been calling for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and that is the Wyatt Six cannot be forced to wrestle in matches that have rules. It doesn't make sense. Now, all of a sudden, you put them in a street fight. You put them in a match where they can use weapons, where they don't follow rules, and what happens is they start to look like they're in their element. You start to see the Dexter Loomises shine, right? You start to see the Joe Gacy's. They start to shine. They thrive in this chaos because individually, in a sanctioned match with rules and tags, they just don't look right. It just doesn't feel right. But when you get the chaos, you get the quick camera cuts, you get the synchronized, this person on a trash can, this person with a kendo stick, this person with a chair, it starts to come together. And I see the chat talking about one of the best parts of the match is they let a little intergender action go on when Nikki Cross suplexed Chad Gable. This was what we have been waiting for with the Wyatt Six for the first time since the Wyatt Six debut, because I liked the debut. Then everything after that I thought was extremely confusing and stale and boring and didn't make sense. For the first time, I'm leaving going, all right, I get it. Makes sense. I like what I saw. Now, can we move the fuck on? Can we move on from fighting against American Made? Because American Made, they've got something there.
Yeah.
There is something there with Chad Gable, the Creed brothers, Ivy Nile, the graphic design, the music, the everything that they've got. That group is setting up to be a phenomenal heel group of characters. Let's get them away from the Wyatt Six. Let's let the Wyatt Six move on. Whoever their next set of victims needs to be, put them in another street fight, continue to put them in matches with no rules, and they will thrive. They will be fine. The minute we go back to the Wyatt Six, caring about titles and caring about sanctioned rules and caring about cutting promos and things, they're going to fall apart again. As long as we stick to this idea that the Wyatt Six do not follow rules and they play by they just, weapons, all this stuff, will be good. Because that was it. That's what we needed. Still a little confused, though. I'm still a little confused because everybody keeps yelling at me, the Wyatt Six are baby faces. These are the baby faces these are the baby faces for Raw, yeah, in the story, but they cheated to win. So you got to explain to me, if they're the baby faces, how are they cheating to win? How are they able to use the tactics of the heels to win? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. Phoenix says, I laugh every time that one guy comes out during the Wyatt Six entrance with the Tama Tonga walk. That's funny. Someone's going to have to explain to me the purpose of the Wyatts are still there. They just fighting random people. That's the problem, We Too Deep. That's the problem, is when you break down the psychology of really what's going on, it doesn't make sense. Like they're punishing Chad Gable for turning on his family when really he's being super loyal to this new group, and the other group kind of turned their back on him essentially because he was being a hard coach. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. What's up, Wrestling MV? He says the belts should mean nothing to the Wyatts. Yeah, I mean rules actually should mean nothing to the Wyatts. It literally should be just causing confusion, causing panic, causing chaos. That's what it should be. That's what it should feel like week after week for the Wyatts. I think the Wyatts literally stole the role of what Karrion Kross was doing. Yeah, it does feel like that. To me, it feels like Karrion Kross should have been part of the Wyatt Six. That there was a place for him in that group. Maybe where Joe Gacy is. I don't know. I don't know what Joe Gacy pans out to be at the end of the day, but I do feel like Karrion Kross fit that group where he could have gone. Ted Chef called them the final testicle. That is what he refers to them. I like it. We're making that official. Official name for the final testament is the final testicle. So we now have the stud line.
Yes.
We have dental control. And we have final testicle.
I like it.
Those are the three official casual wrestling terms being put into.
What was the name for
bylaw.
the Judgment Day? I felt like we came up with one for them.
No, I think we laughed at the fact that they were going to call themselves Street Rats. But
Okay,
that was an official thing being thrown around. We didn't really do that. What's up? Corey Snuggles is in the house. This is our reigning fantasy wrestling champion. Is in the house right now. He fears that Alexa Bliss is going to return and be wasted to save the Wyatt Six storyline. Yeah, I hope not. I really hope not. I think they're set with what they've got. I don't think they need another female. I think that you're right. I think there is a definite fear that happens, but I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need Alexa Bliss anywhere back involved. In fact, I don't need spooky Alexa Bliss again. Like, we've had that flavor of Alexa Bliss. We don't need spooky. Let's go back to the old school Alexa Bliss, or let's go to a whole new version of Alexa Bliss. But let's not do Alexa Bliss in the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six are good. They've got their core little group now. Let's stick with that and run that the way they're running it. Did get some news tonight though, Lauren.
Okay, what
is it? A little bit of news tonight. There's some rumors floating around. Some of this unconfirmed. I don't have a full, I don't have full confirmation on some of this stuff. Looks like Smackdown might be 3 hours this Friday.
Really?
Which means we've all been predicting this. The casual community been committed to this idea for a long time. That Friday is when SmackDown gets good again. Friday, we're probably going to see Roman Reigns, possibly see The Rock. We'll start seeing things fall into place on SmackDown. Now, I know, I get it, Bobby. None of us are excited that it's 3 hours. I'm just excited that means they actually have some plans.
It's the first time, right, on the other show or whatever?
First time on USA Network. Now, the other news we got, We Too Deep dropped on us in the Discord was there's strong rumors going around that Monday Night Raw, not just rumors for this, Monday Night Raw is only going to be 2 hours for the future until it moves to Netflix. Oh. So it's losing an hour. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the second part that he dropped on us is that Monday Night Raw is going to be a 2-hour commercial-free show when it hits Netflix. Which means we'll get about the same amount of wrestling that we get in a 3-hour show. It'll just be 2 hours with no commercials. If that is true, man, Monday Night Raw is going to be on fire. It's going to be... I see Bobby Sherwood say, is it a one-time thing or is it... So here's what I think, Bobby. I believe they're going to transition SmackDown into the 3-hour show. I do believe that's what's going to happen. I think that they're used to, look how many commercials they can jam into 3 hours, right? I don't think you just back off from that and go, well, we're losing Monday Night Raw, we'll go to a 2-hour show. I don't think so. I think the way USA's looking at this is, okay, we could do 3 hours on a Friday night. That viewership's going to be probably better because it's a weekend. We can run a little later. I foresee that they try to transition SmackDown into a 3-hour show, with Raw going to be the 2-hour show. I can see that. I don't see USA wanting to give up an hour of wrestling. Just that doesn't make sense to me. It almost feels like to me we're gonna get a roster shift here pretty soon as we kind of come into these changes. We're gonna start moving guys. Come on, Mike. Mike said they need 3 hours to give 1 hour to Carmelo and Andrade. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I think we're gonna see some roster shifts. I think that Roman and the Bloodline story is gonna go to Monday Night Raw. That's gonna be a Netflix thing because then The Rock can say whatever he wants. Roman can say that's gonna get ugly. That's gonna get nasty. That's gonna not be PG. Not. And then SmackDown is going to become the more family-friendly wrestling show that's on network television, and it's going to be the 3-hour show. It's going to be the workhorse. It's going to be what Monday Night Raw has been. I think you're just going to see a shift in kind of the ideals of the shows. The SmackDown, the Raw on Netflix creates real interesting situations. Not having commercials, not having anybody to kind of adhere to or rules as far as like what it's rated. It could get real interesting.
True.
What everybody think about Finn Balor tonight? I thought Finn Balor stepped up tonight. I thought this new version of the Judgment Day is kind of settled in and is actually my preferred version of the Judgment Day. I actually like them better than I like the original Judgment Day with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. I think it goes to show that sometimes when you have too much talent in a group, that it can overshadow and call, like Finn Balor was non-existent in the original Judgment Day, and now he is the star of this new Judgment Day. It's allowing Liv and Dom to kind of shine on their own. I think I like it. I think Finn did a good job. I like the repackaging. I like his new graphics. I like just the new attitude. I
didn't get to see it, so 2 seconds, what did he do?
Just so he cut a promo early in the show about Damian Priest, challenged Damian Priest. Thought Damian Priest came off a little bit like a bitch tonight. Did feel like he was a little bit of a bitch tonight. It did feel like that Finn Balor was definitely the alpha, although sometimes that's how the heel needs to be. I will say this. I'll say this about Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the heel that I didn't see coming that we needed, right? I keep saying we don't have any real good heels. We don't have any bad guys. Finn Balor could be that guy. Finn Balor definitely, you start seeing him lay seeds and talk a certain way, and I start going, all right, I could get a little comfortable behind this idea that Finn Balor's that next guy up. He's that next. You got Bronson Reed in the waiting, and then you've got Finn Balor kind of on the back end. Corey says, it's now believable that members of the Judgment Day need interferences to win with Rhea and Priest. Yeah, 100%. 100%, Corey. 100%, that's right. Back when, and it almost like became this thing like Judgment Day was a group, but they didn't, you couldn't interfere because Damian didn't want you to. They now feel like a cohesive unit. They like the Street Rats or Street Trash or whatever they were going to call them does feel like a fitting name. It does feel, because they do just kind of feel like the little misfits. They're just kind of like this cockroaches that are in the back that are constantly going to be a thorn in people's side, and that's a fun faction. Whereas, like the old Judgment Day, we kind of got into this thing where it was like, all right, what are they doing? What's their motivation? What are they here for? Rhea doesn't really hang out with the group. You see this group on camera all the time together, even though Liv and Dom still a little bit close together, still a little uncomfortable. Like she's literally got her arms around him at all points. Like hell of acting, hellacious acting.
Committed
if it's acting
to the gig.
They're committed to the gig, but I'm not sure if she understands it's a gig anymore. I'm not sure if she understands she could be breaking up a happy home. Things could be happening. It feels like that to me.
You never know.
Dead Chef, I hate big-headed JD. Yeah, Lord Farquaad is rough. It's hard to watch Lord Farquaad, but I think he's a necessity, right? Every group needs those different players within the group, and I think he fits this ragtag group of this group here. What's We Too Deep saying? Could Jay win the IC and we get Dom versus Jay? Hi, here's the only way that works. This is the way I'm going to say right now, right? The only way that works, We Too Deep, is if we're ready to elevate right now Braun Breaker into the world heavyweight title picture. If we just say, fuck it, he's too big for the Intercontinental Championship, and, not going to say it, but Gunther put on another snooze fest tonight. Absolutely shit the bed. Had every opportunity in the world to go out there and finally turn heel. They gave him Bret the Hitman Joe Biden tonight. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Who was that?
That's Bret the Hitman Hart looking like he was wandering around the back, not knowing where he was going.
Okay.
That's Bret the Hitman Hart. Did not look like he was fully aware of where he was, but whatever. It is what it is. But he had every opportunity in the world to go out there and just lay into Bret Hart. Bret Hart has notoriously said some things about Gunther, said he's not a great wrestler, said that anybody can go out there and slap somebody 25 times. So this was his opportunity to really lay in, and instead, he went with the easy way out. He went with the cheap heat, the talking about, the best there is, the best there was, best there ever was. Once again, Gunther proved he can't pull the trigger. He can't do the Drew McIntyre. He can't take that shot that is just below the belt enough that gets everybody going, ooh. I kept saying, he used a Goldberg reference, which was fucking, come on, man.
I didn't get to see all of it, but I imagine it was something like, I'm not a bad wrestler, you are, and you're old.
No, it was more like, you're the best, because Bret Hitman Hart's thing is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And he's like, you're right, you were the best there was, but I'm the best there is and the best there ever will be. And it was just hokey. It was not, it just isn't what we need from a world champion. Even We Too Deep kind of pulled back a little bit inside the Discord and let us know, it's hard to defend what we saw tonight. It is hard. It was hard to defend. Me and We Too Deep were excited. Going into it, I was telling the theme of the night for me was positivity. I was going to go in with an open mind, watch the Wyatt Six. I was pleasantly surprised. I was going in to the Gunther segment saying, let's level up, Gunther. Let's level up. Let's take it to that next level. Let's shit on Canada. Here's a great opportunity, right? Because you have Bret the Hitman Hart, famous Canadian. You have Sami Zayn, famous Canadian, right? Yeah. Huge opportunity for Gunther to pull the trigger and go after Canada, and he just couldn't do it. You could be the ultimate bad guy. You take a shit on Bret Hart and Sami Zayn in the same night, you're the most hated man in Canada. He just couldn't do it. He just couldn't pull the trigger. Phoenix says, needing Bret to have Gunther do champion things is sad. Yeah. But I mean, even then, they teed it up and he just couldn't take the shot.
Did they just bring him back because he's from Canada?
He's in Calgary, he's the man. He's the guy, right? And if you take a shot, at that throne, you could be the ultimate bad guy. And he just couldn't take the shot. He just went with cheap heat. Mike says, Bret looked like the old dude at CVS arguing at the pharmacy that his insurance got denied. Yeah, I did feel that way, Mike. It did. I said, immediately when I saw Bret Hart wander in the back, I said, number one, he's looking old. I said, number two, doesn't look like he knows where he's going. And it also looked like when he got into the ring that Wade Barrett had to explain to him that the camera's on that side. You got to look that way. Camera's on that side.
I thought he was a famous actor or something. I was like, I know who that is. I just
Bret the
don't know
Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart.
All right.
Sad, man. People get old.
HH.
What else I have here? All is still well. Bianca and Jade still tag team champions. We had a little bit of a scare. We start talking to the Discord with the wild shit Triple H has been doing. Is there a chance that he lets Dental Control win the tag team titles back?
Yes.
There was, but it didn't happen. So we're all good there. Bianca and Jade still tag team champions. Man, Bianca Belair looks like a pro athlete that goes back and plays with local high school kids. Because you could just see, and Jade Cargill will get there. It will take time. And I don't know about Dental Control, nor do I really care if they get there. But Bianca Belair is not just steps. She is miles ahead of these other girls in talent. Yeah. And you just see that she has to tone it back in order to
because she doesn't have like a
matches.
Becky Lynch or like a Charlotte Flair or any of those.
And she just has her motor, like she runs at a fast level, like intensity, quick, fast, twitch muscle, shit like that. And there's just nobody in that ring that can fucking handle that. So it almost looks like you go dancing with somebody who doesn't know how to dance and you're sitting there explaining it to them the whole time. And then everybody's like, well, you're not a good dancer. It's like, no, I can dance, motherfucker. It's just these people in here that got 2 left feet. Wait, what is the Nation of Femination? Is that the name for Bianca and Jade? The Nation of Femination? We can workshop that a little bit. I like it. I see where it's coming from. Snuggle says, I think it's more like putting the ball on the tee and he still can't hit. Yeah.
Gunter?
Yeah, it really is. Y'all see the beef between Logan Paul and Kevin Nash? Nope. Explain it to me.
No, what happened?
I don't know, but let's see. Let's see what that's about.
Let me know something.
We got Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee. Apparently, Judgment Day and LWO, because it's 3 hours, we just got to fill out the night with matches. So it's like, hey, you go out there and wrestle and, continue a story that's been non-existent for a really long time. I don't either. I don't like LWO either. And I feel like LWO is kind of put into a babyface role when Rey Mysterio is the biggest heel in the business. He's a bad dad, doesn't support his other people. Look, Zelina Vega has been a part of LWO. She goes out whenever they have a match. She goes out there. She stands. She cheers, puts on her costumes, hugs Rey, cries for Rey. But whenever Zelina Vega has a match, they're just nowhere to be found. And you can't tell me that the fucking Joaquin Wilde or whatever his name is got better shit to do than go stand out there and help Zelina Vega. She could use some help. She is fighting 3 lesbians. So, I mean, like, it's all, we saw Nikki Cross hit a dude, so I think Joaquin is fair game if you get in there with the stud line. I feel like that's fair game at this point. It does. It was too much LWO tonight.
Yeah.
As Phoenix says, it was too much LWO tonight, but I think one of the problems is like, there's just not enough going on to fill 3 hours right now. Like Triple H, I said, he blew his load at SummerSlam, and he just doesn't have enough in the chamber to fill 3. Wavy D said we could call Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill Nerdy's Angels. Do you feel okay? Are you okay with that?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. You can call Randy my man then. Randy my man or Tim.
No, I liked. I saw you switch around the what was it? I saw some. I'll have to look for it later. I saw him switch around some words, and I liked where he went with it. Like an hour and a half worth.
The one who the other day was that like. None of you guys can get us, right?
Yeah, that's a stub line. That's definitely a stub line. Anybody else disappointed that Natty was the surprise, even though we knew it was coming? I'm always depressed when Natty's on the screen.
Is she still wrestle?
Oh God, she was a cowboy tonight.
Oh, okay.
She's out of her. She's out
as
of
long
her
as
French.
She's out of that damn fucking beret.
She's out of the French painter phase and now moved into the cowboy.
Right.
Does feel like, and I don't know if this is sexist and this may get me canceled, but I can blame Dead Chef because he's the one who brought it up. Does feel like Natty gets more enhanced in the breasticus area every time she's on screen. They're getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if she's getting like every time she gets a one-off, she takes the check and goes straight to the doctor. I don't know how that works. I don't know if she's just pushing them up more every time she's out there.
Maybe it's just as she gets older.
It definitely does look like it.
She's got to stand out.
I guess. I guess she's standing out.
Uh-huh.
Dead Chef said even his wife said something. So, okay, we're in the clear. If a female says it, it's
Ask her wife if she likes that beautiful beret that she wears. I hate it.
Man. She had the cowboy hat because of the Calgary hosts the largest rodeo in North America. Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
It's not a rodeo like Texas.
Randy and Lauren versus Nerdy D and Bianca at Mania 41. Oh, we got that. Lauren can't fight. I can hold my own.
I can fight.
I can hold my own.
I used to wrestle with Dustin.
Dirty. I fight dirty. So I'll fuck Randy up. I'll bite him.
Randy's the legend killer.
And I've watched enough AEW Snuggles. I know now that it's okay to stick needles in people's mouth.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This happened, Laura.
When did this happen?
This last couple days ago. At AEW, Swerve Strickland got a needle injected into his mouth and then a tooth removed.
They actually pulled out his tooth. Like,
don't know. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen a little bit of it. But I did see that this is as long as the match is unsanctioned, you can drug a guy in the ring. That is now okay in the AEW world. Also in AEW, Jon Moxley put a plastic bag over the head of Daniel Bryan and tried to kill him.
Oh my God. Like,
this all happened.
I was going to say, like, what's the next thing? Like,
this all
who can murder somebody first
on live
TV?
I said in the Discord, unsanctioned match just means attempted murder is legal. You can take shots. I'm going to bring a gun to my match.
Yeah.
Like, I can take out Randy Orton if I can bring, like, a shotgun.
But I'm not going to shoot them in a spot where it's going to kill them. It's just going to graze them just a little bit.
I feel like when you start giving anesthesia to people in the ring, you tried to kill them. I don't know how.
No, thank you.
How did and they burned down this man's house. I don't know if you knew this too. Like this
in real life?
Oh yeah, no, not in real life. I mean, story. But they burnt down a house on camera, like the whole house on fire, burned down.
That's crazy.
Speaking of AEW, I need to Tiger Driver my coworkers before I quit. Oh shit, it's getting rough.
Wait, what's going on?
Wavy D's new job sounds like he's about to fuck up some coworkers.
Oh, are they AEW lovers?
Sorry, man. I don't think so. I think he's just tired of them in general.
Oh,
you know what it's like to work. It's a fucking people, man.
People, man.
Yeah, they're taking the idea of deathmatch way too literal in AEW. Tony seems like Mike's got the zingers tonight, man.
Bada bing, bada
Tony
boom.
Khan seems like the type of guy that would host a presidential debate on Dynamite for ratings. 100%. We got to talk about I know we're this Monday Night Raw post show, but we also got to talk about Tony Khan shopping around a fourth show now.
Where? What?
Like nobody is watching Collision, nobody is watching Rampage, and this dude is shopping around a show called AEW Shockwave. No, it's gonna be fucking shocking.
What's gonna happen there?
Like he's shopping it to Fox and stuff. I don't know why he thinks he should have one show. Tony Khan needs one show. You have the roster to support one good night of wrestling. You cannot have 4 nights of wrestling. It's just you cannot do it. It doesn't.
I mean, and like it's football season and stuff, bro. Like, you know.
If they combine the ratings of all 4 shows, they might do the same numbers as NXT. Yeah. Maybe that's what he does. Maybe that's the way he sees it. Maybe he sees the value in what you call it's quantity over quality. Yep. I'll give you a whole bunch of shows, whole bunch of logos and songs, and I'll do all this shit. Just give me some money. Give me some money. Don't forget Ring of Honor, which no one is watching. Yeah. Fucking man. Tony Khan is a character. You remember when he said they were going to clean it up? Now they got needles and plastic bags in the ring.
Man, that's just crazy.
Back to WWE though. Drew McIntyre. He's a gem, man. He's an absolute gem. Drew McIntyre, alpha male.
All right.
He is what wrestling is supposed to be. Like,
what did Mr. Drew do?
He just cut a promo, another solid promo on CM Punk, but also cut a promo on Wade Barrett, which is interesting. We got teased that Drew McIntyre might go after our boy Wade Barrett, the announcer.
Why?
We got some bad news. He told him, he said, "You look, you've been my friend for a long time, but if you ever step in the way of me taking out CM Punk again," he said, "you're next." So that's interesting. That could be fun. Coming out of CM Punk, yeah. What We Too Deep saying, does Wade get involved in Hell in a Cell? It's one way to end that match. I'm not in favor of CM Punk going over, but if the element was that Wade Barrett got involved and cost Drew the match, and we immediately go into a Survivor Series match of Drew McIntyre versus Wade Barrett, I think I'm interested. I think I'll pay attention.
I don't know if I've ever seen Wade Barrett wrestle.
He's fun. He was leader of the Nexus for a long time. Now though, We Too Deep. There's a little bit of history between Wade Barrett and CM Punk. Does that come back to bite him in the ass at some point? Does Wade Barrett get involved and help out Drew McIntyre because CM Punk did steal the Nexus from Wade Barrett? That did happen.
That's a lot of history. I have no idea.
Lauren, WWE.com.
Yeah.
Selling bracelets for $9.99.
Oh,
beaded
God.
Bracelets.
Oh God, they've got it all.
Replica beaded bracelets.
Can you customize them?
No, they just say AJ. So you got to walk around with a bracelet with another dude's wife and dog's name on your bracelet. I saw something funny the other day. It was a TikToker, And he said, the sign of good wrestling merch is that you can wear it as an outfit out in public and people don't look at you like you're fucking crazy, right? You got a shirt that says mommy's on top.
People are like,
what does that mean, right? You got a shirt like Randy Orton's that says daddy's back or daddy's home. They're like, hold on. Why is that grown-ass man got a shirt on that says daddy's home, right?
True.
You got a bracelet that says AJ and Larry. Someone's going to ask you, oh, that's your family? No, it's some people on TV. It's some wrestlers on TV, and I paid $9 to have a bracelet that I go to Walmart and I can make this bracelet.
Exactly.
For $2.99, I can make this bracelet, and I can make 6 of them for my friends.
What's
with
even
extra
worse
beads.
is if like you have a girlfriend or you're married and like you won't wear like your wedding ring,
but
you'll wear the AJ and Larry bracelet. You know, then you definitely have some explaining to do.
That's funny. That's really funny.
I love my freaking Brock Lesnar flannels.
But that shirt looks like something you could wear out in public, right? The problem is like, you know, you got a shirt that says like, fuck yeah, you can't wear that in public. It's just what it is. Does CM Punk need to go over to make the storyline with Seth bigger? No, I don't think so. Because I assume CM Punk is going to be the heel in that storyline, so I don't think he needs to go over. I think that Drew McIntyre going over can be the catalyst for CM Punk being like, the honeymoon's over. I've got to get serious. I've got to get bad. Then you feed CM Punk 1 or 2 other people where he is the heel and he's the nasty, dirty, bad guy, and then he can go into the Seth Rollins thing with a little bit of momentum. So I don't think so. I think Drew McIntyre needs to come out of this strong because right now I think Drew McIntyre is the best all-around thing in WWE that they have. Like, I think if you had a time machine, you go back, you'd go, let's put the title on Drew McIntyre. Let's not put it on Gunther. Let's put it on Drew McIntyre. Let's let him be champion. And so I think quickly we need to get around to Drew McIntyre being back into that World Heavyweight Championship picture. Yeah. Wavy D says, the women loved the I'm Your Mommy Rhea shirt. They said they wanted to be my mommy. You just got game like that, though, Wavy D. Not everybody, you got to think, not everybody rocking a wrestling t-shirt has that level of game. There's a lot of people that are rocking that wrestling t-shirt that smell funny. And so it just, that shirt, it's like Step Brothers, right? It's like Step Brothers when they wear the tuxedos to the job interview, right? It's funny. It's cute, right? Then they fart. And he's like, tuxedo's not real funny anymore.
Yeah.
If you like, so if you're rocking it and you've got like game like Wavy D, it's okay. Girls will love it. Mm-hmm. If you smell a little funny, it's not as cute of a joke. We Too Deep says, once the Drew story and Seth story is done, does Punk take the back seat and become? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that he's probably got. I think that Punk has probably 1 or 2 more years left where he's able to take kind of one-off stories. I think there's something to if he gets the heel thing going, I think there's something there for like a Cody Rhodes CM Punk story. I think that there's quite a few. LA Knight CM Punk could be fun. I think if done right, when we talk about the WWE needing heels, if CM Punk turns heel, I think he can elevate a few other people into better positions. What's Corey saying? Pure game, Wavy D. I wear the daddy's back shirt and I get asked where I've been. No game here. We need a I'm your Butch shirt for the stud line. Yeah. Oh, what else I got here? Ray versus Finn. Yeah, pretty much. That was pretty much everything. The AEW stuff is what I really wanted to talk about.
I still can't believe that. It's so crazy.
I mean, it's wild, dude. It's wild that they're willing to do syringes. Does anybody know? Can anybody confirm? Was it a real syringe or was it fake? Like, did it have a needle on the end?
I don't know.
That's wild. If it did, that's wild. Let's see. Corey says Pete Dunne as their manager. That's funny. I buy the if you know shirts. Yeah, I gotcha. Makes sense. All right, let's do. It was 100% a full needle. Why? Why?
Oh no! Like, what do you say to that person? Like,
Why
hey,
did it
let me
need
just
to
stick
be
you
a
with
full
this.
needle?
It's okay.
I feel like the optics are just fine. And he ripped his grill out.
Are grills
Holy
attached to you?
Shit.
Like a grill, like for your teeth?
Yes.
But they're attached to your teeth?
Oh my God.
You don't pop them in?
Oh.
I don't know about grills.
I didn't see what happened after the needle, Wavy D, so y'all have to explain that to Lauren. I don't know what happened. After I shut it off when he shoved a fucking needle in his mouth. That was enough. I'm not a big needle guy, especially not in the mouth. I don't like fucking things around my mouth, especially fucking phallic shaped things. That's weird.
The grill came out super easy.
Oh yeah, the unprotected chair shot. I did see that.
What's the unprotected chair shot?
So then he just took so like, you know, we with all the research that the NFL and like, you know, sports have done about
CTE.
Mike said pause. I know what Mike's pausing about. Yeah, with all the CTE talk, he's just gonna take a straight shot to the head with a chair. Just that's how they're gonna end the match.
No.
AEW's in a little bit of a situation though. They're losing. It looks like Swerve's taking a break. Looks like what's his name? MJF's taking a break. I don't like the idea that MJF takes so many fucking breaks. Like,
what does he do? Like
I mean I get it. You got when you got to carry the company on your back, but
like, how do you feel if like you're going to AEW show and then like nobody that you want to see is there?
Yep.
You know.
Yep. You get to see the Young Bucks.
Yay.
Their roster's thinning out quick. People IWC gonna hate when I say that their roster's thinning out. But we
it's the best roster.
But we have Wheeler Yuta. Oh, okay, good for you, motherfucker. MJF's doing a movie. All right, that's cool, but that's every show from Lauren.
What?
No, just going to a show and seeing nobody that you like.
Oh.
Mike said that's every show in AEW. All right, let's do Baddie of the Night. Let's talk about it.
All right.
$18 votes tonight. 18 votes.
18.
It's a clear runaway winner tonight.
Who is it?
It's very interesting.
Who is it?
Very interesting. This is very interesting.
I think I know who it is.
So, with 11% of the vote, Jade Cargill tied for third place. Okay. 11% of the vote, Maxine tied for third place. It came down to Bianca Belair and Zelina Vega.
Okay.
With 50% of the vote, that means 9 votes. Bianca Belair is a 2-time baddie of the week.
I did not get it right.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Zelina Vega.
So did I. So that means
the people have
community
spoken.
Spoke very strongly this week because I went against my natural instinct to vote for Bianca, and I thought Zelina Vega was definitely the baddie of tonight.
All right. She got it.
But, you know, I got no problem with Bianca. I'm with you.
I was wrong.
I got no
I liked the green.
No
the green was cute. Liked the green. Not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean,
I
didn't love her hair because at times, like when the camera took a certain angle, it looked like she was bald.
I didn't quite see her hair. I just saw the green outfit.
It was cool. It was cool up close. It was 2 braids that kind of went down the side and then came together on the back. Mm-hmm. But like at certain angles from far away. So she looked, so Wavy D said he voted because I was vouching. When she came to the show, early on in the show, I thought like when they close up, it was definitely, but it was the pan out, sometimes she looked bald and it freaked me out a little bit. Whereas I thought Zelina Vega looked good in her shot with LWO. Also feel sorry for her because she has no friends.
You need to give her some love, yeah.
How many wins get you into the Hall of Fame, Lauren? The Baddie Hall of Fame. What are we talking now? Is it too early to be talking about a Baddie Hall of Fame? We're only 3 or 4 weeks into this thing, but Mike's throwing it out there. How many wins get you into the Hall of Fame? If she pulls 4 or 5 weeks in a row, do we start having a discussion about immediately establishing a baseline for the Hall of Fame?
So once they're in the Hall of Fame and they get retired and they can no longer be back
That's true, Mike. If you get to the Hall of Fame, do you get, okay, he says 15 total, 3 to 5 consecutive. I think she's in line to hit the 3 to 5 consecutive. She's in line because as long as she keeps coming out on Monday Night Raw, the competition It's like Maxine and Zelina Vega are the real one. I know. Now I think I'm gonna have to throw Rhea Ripley in there because it sounds like there's a consensus that I'm holding Rhea Ripley back.
You're a Rhea Ripley hater.
It does sound like I'm holding Rhea Ripley, so I'm gonna have to. I have to abstain now. If Wavy D doesn't go to prison for murdering his coworkers, he is in charge of the list. But we'll see. Do got to talk about one other thing.
All right.
We're going to circle back around to one last thing.
What?
There are rumors and reports that Tony Khan and Britt Baker got into it. Little kerfluffle.
What happened?
Little fight, and that Britt Baker stormed off, and she's done.
Well, because she's probably tired of the bullshit. That
you know what that means. There's only one other place for her to go.
Oh.
Is she WWE bound?
Britt versus Bianca.
Oh, I mean, if she comes to WWE, it's over. It's absolutely. That is the. So there's we did this one show, but I don't remember who I said. But there are a very short list of names that I get extremely excited about possibly coming to WWE, and Britt Baker is the top of that list, even over MJF, because I don't know that MJF assimilates into the land of monsters, right? Because all of a sudden MJF becomes this small guy who talks real well.
He's like the Carmelo Anthony to me.
Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Carmelo Anthony, basketball player.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes. I can see that, right? So to me, MJF coming over, he's small fish, big pond, talks well, but I don't know if he assimilates correctly. Britt Baker's number one. She immediately comes in and she's alpha, right? She's on the level of the Bianca Belairs. She can talk with the Becky Lynches, with the Charlotte Flairs. Now I get it. Her wrestling is not on the same level as everybody, but WWE has a way of protecting people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's one of those people who tries hard enough to me. She puts the effort in. Yeah, and she's serviceable in the ring. She's better than Jade Cargill is. And so she can talk. She's definitely got the look. The whole character is flushed out. I think it works. I see. I see, and I get this pushback, Bobby. People push back all the time on what I think about Britt Baker, but I think it goes back to the idea that I think the package is more important than the actual ability to wrestle in the ring. And I think it's the whole character circle for Britt Baker. It is being the dentist. It is the outfits lineup, right? You always talk about the sparkle and the shit like that. Yeah. She looks like a professional wrestler.
She has better outfits than some of the people in WWE for the girls.
Yeah, exactly. The whole package is, the presentation is all there. And I think when you go to WWE, look at Mercedes Moné, right? How amplified Mercedes Moné was, and then she goes to AEW and we go, oh, she's human, right? She's just another one of the girls there. Actually, a lot of people not paying attention to her. So look at the amplification that Mercedes Moné had in WWE, and then apply that to someone like Britt Baker. And I think it may be a long shot, but I think that if Britt Baker was in WWE, she's definitely going to be immediately on that top level.
Yeah.
Mike's wilding out tonight. Mike said Tony Khan can stick to his talents like Chi-Chi Jabberwocky.
Like who?
Chi-Chi Jabberwocky.
Who's that?
He's just saying names.
Oh, he's making up names.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Not Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi, she's real good. Is that a boy or a girl?
Anybody got anything else before we get out of here? You got anything, Lauren?
No. So this week, tomorrow is
me and Mike. We're doing a little change in the format of that show. We're going to do one hot take each. Then we're doing a would you rather.
Oh, okay.
So it can be topical or it can be comical. So that'll add a little flair to that. And then we got to talk about something. And then we'll have the debate tomorrow. But I want to get everybody thinking about this. For the class battle, we did the class battle last week, right? I did the class battle because Mike was busy. I did the class battle, and we came down to the top 5 of 37-year-olds.
Yeah,
there was a problem. Xavier Woods literally turned 38 that day. It was his birthday.
Okay.
He can't be in the class of 37.
So what are you gonna do?
We're gonna have to go back and rework that one. I'm changing it now to the year you were born instead of the age you are, because if you do age, you have to have a cutoff.
Yeah.
If you do year, it's just January to December 1987. That's 1987 is that year.
1987.
So it'll add a few new names into the mix, but we've got to replace Xavier. Has to move to the other group.
All right.
Corey says, Lauren,
what?
This is a question here. Would you rather take a stink face for Rikishi for 1 minute or a no holds barred match in AEW?
Ooh, I wait. Like no holds bar match means like anything goes, right?
They're putting needles in your mouth. They're putting
fuck
plastic
that.
bags over your head.
Bring on Rikishi's stinky butt. I've changed diapers, like I grew up with brothers. I can take that for a minute.
Lord,
just hold your breath.
You still have to book WWE versus Micromen.
Yes, but remember we got to do it like on the cuff. I can't plan ahead because then I start getting in my head.
All right,
and
Friday.
Then,
I'm not gonna remind you all week, but Friday we're gonna ask you.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna have to drop it on us.
Yes. Friday night's good.
That is a terrible either or.
What? What's an either or?
The Rikishi.
Nah, it's not that bad. I'd take it. I would take it because
dude, that's okay.
I'd be okay with knowing what's gonna happen to me.
Now hold on, because notoriously there have been wrestlers who said
he shits in his pants.
He doesn't wash his shit. That he just lets it get nice and stinky.
Oh.
So now you're talking about like stinky butthole.
But
underwear.
like they could throw like needles on me or like pizza cutters or I'm just.
Yeah, but you could do the same. I might take my chances because at this point, if you bring needles, I can bring a gun.
Can I fight back?
Yeah, you're in the death match. I'm bringing a gun to the match. I'm Arn Anderson in these motherfuckers. A stink face from a wrestler is my choice, you say?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the stink face. I just want to know what I have and just like prepare myself.
You know like that case of pink eye's not going away.
Who says I have to have pink eye? I like to prepare myself with like sunglasses, maybe some second skin.
Oh, that butt's eating them sunglasses. Or like that butt's just straight eating them, just taking them off your face. That nasty ass is taking them.
Super chat. I forgot to do that. I didn't see it.
In AEW, they might throw some of Rikishi's attire at you. Boom, fast.
Exactly. There could be like poop. They could like they do overseas.
What's that? Someone throws shit at me, they're dead.
Exactly.
Someone throws literal shit at me in the ring, they're dead. Then you want to see Texas death match or whatever? Like there will be blood spilled if someone throws shit at me. I saw the other day that you can order gorilla shit.
And elephant poop.
Who's ordering this stuff? Who's ordering gorilla shit? And what are you doing? I know this is nerdy D podcast conversation, but we got about 3 minutes before we hit an hour, and that's I usually like to go.
Have you seen? There's a show on HBO. It's like the Chimp Lady or like the Chimp Lover or something like that.
This is that shit you were watching the other night.
It was. It's amazing.
That was real weird.
You got to watch it. It's kind of like Tiger King, but with chimps.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Crazy.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday. I'll put that down for Wednesday. They said take a tsunami from Bronson Reed or a slap from Gunther.
I'll take a slap from Gunther.
I'm taking
I could take a Gunther slap.
I don't know. I think a tsunami. As long as it's not on the table like fucking Braun took tonight, because that was rough. Just in the ring, he seems pretty good at his idea. Shotzi used to sell her shit on eBay. I'd definitely look at Shotzi.
And Fair Abrahams did. Abrahams from Abram, whatever.
Who's out here buying people's shit?
Weirdos?
Yeah, but that's next level weird shit. Like that's next level weirdo
like bottling,
shit.
I think was it Shotzi sold poop or did she bottle her farts? It could be one of those. Either one.
Can't imagine buying a fart.
I don't want to buy either one from anybody.
I can't imagine buying a fart. How do you justify that on your credit card? I remember that purchase.
I'm
that
sure
was for,
that like they put it through some like thing where then their wives can't tell what the fuck it is.
How did we get to stink face from Rhea Ripley? I still don't want that.
A stink face from Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, Phoenix said he'd take a stink face from Rhea Ripley.
I think he wants to take a stink face from Rhea Ripley.
I think that's what's happening there.
Yeah.
The same people that are going to start subscribing after Lauren books That's the people buying shit. It's our audience. All right, cool. Buy some shit. Do your thing. Tony Khan sounds like a suspect. Probably so. Shotzi low-key turned into a big baddie on Insta. She dropped the dumb hair. Where is she? Huh?
Where's she
Fucked up her leg. Remember at Halloween Havoc last year, she tore or MCL or ACL or something like that, pretty bad. So I think she's been in recovery. Wavy D says you should check her Instagram.
I will. I like her.
The same people that buy used underwear or panties is what Dead Chef says. I think there's a step, Dead Chef. I think there's a step. I think there's a step from underwear to shit.
Yeah.
It's a definite and maybe underwear is the gateway drug, right? Maybe they start buying underwear and they get excited, but there's a step. There's a step from buying underwear to buying people's shit. We got to get off now before we get canceled. This is true, Mike. This is very true. Make sure to check out the Mike and D show on Tuesday, tomorrow, the Nerdy D podcast on Wednesday, which I've got some good topics for that show already.
All right.
There's some crazy shit happening. Then Thursday, we're no shows on Thursday. This is for the foreseeable future. If we do a community show, it's going to be on a different day. We've got football on Thursdays, and I don't want to eat into football. I know Mondays it's a necessity, right? It's Monday Night Football and it's Monday Night Raw. Got to do it. It's a big night for wrestling. But Thursdays I don't want to do that. So we'll just do nothing on Thursdays. And we will do the draft though. We'll do the draft during the game because everybody will be kind of chilling anyway probably. And the draft's going to take 15 minutes, I promise. It's not for 2 people each. It's going to go fast.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing Thursday. Then Friday, we will do the Smackdown after show on Friday. I was kicking around the idea of going to TNA on Friday, but not going to do that because we took last Friday off to go to a high school football game. So not going to go. Not going to take. If it wasn't Friday, I would go, but I'm not going to take another.
Oh,
Friday
was it on
off.
Friday?
Yeah, there's one on Friday. There's one on Saturday. So I may. It is a snake draft, by the way, Wavy D. So it will be a snake draft for the casual wrestling fantasy league. But yeah, if I didn't take off last Friday, I probably would have taken off. There is one Saturday, possibly go do that. I don't know, but it's not the end of the world. I'd rather do this. Right. I have more fun hanging out with everybody here than I would at a TNA wrestling thing. But that's it for now. The party never stops. Join the Discord, like, share, and comment on this video. Lauren, ring the final bell.
Ding, 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 ding.